Hello and welcome back to my story playthrough. I believe we are halfway through chapter 3 or act 3. And this is actually one of my more favorite areas. Not only because it's like a rather creepy looking area, but we will be traveling into the past again, and the story will, get a little bit more clearer. So story-wise, it's actually a really nice area. We're also pretty good in time, I have to say, because in around 4 weeks, Lost Ark is going to start, which then will get the Monday spot. The Monday and Wednesday spot. So I'm hoping to be done with Act 4 in that time. Wait, there was water here? Really? I don't remember that. This looks all so much clearer. I like it. I felt like in the original version a lot of things here were very, I don't know, wishy-washy, I guess, if that makes sense.
Stand against the rising darkness that threatens the land. I am Astro. As I understand it, you wish to receive our life force to empower yourself, and are seeking allies for the Sky-Haven resistance. Is that all? Of course, of course. I will give the order for our soldiers to help however they can. At least, I would, if I could. It is never as simple as that. My compatriot is giving us quite the evil eye right now. We'd like to discuss this as well. Please do not be deterred by Redjaw's brusque manners. Like the rest of us, he seeks the greater good for the world. Still, you may wish to brace yourself.
An alliance? Share our life force? With this pathetic creature? It's here to rob us! No, absolutely not! Giving up our life force will weaken us. Besides, we can't spare any warriors. We need every sword here to hold back the demonic forces. I don't care why you're here. I'm not going to coddle you like Ashjaw does. We Snapjaw earn our strength, and we're not just going to share it with someone who doesn't deserve it. I won't blindly cooperate just because Ashjaw and Ixalan ask. You better be able to prove your value and contribute. Otherwise, you're worthless to us. Listen close. I've planted warded staves throughout the area to siphon up the dark chi that saturates the earth here. You need to go collect them and bring them to the Soul Lord across the city so that they can be purified. Clear out some of those wandering Jiangshi while you're at it. If you're strong enough to survive that much, I may consider listening to you.
Well, you heard him. We have to kill things and we have to ward things. I have to get used again to to how to play this. Thank God this is an easy one. There's one staff. Oh. Oh. Alright, we got what we wanted. Let's move on. This is probably one thing that's rather noticeable, is when you're flying, it doesn't look quite as clear. And I feel like in my memory I saw the flying part a lot clearer in the old version. Maybe because it was more stylized, I guess. Look, you stepped in corrupted energy. Disgusting. Get up, weakling.
I'm surprised you could endure that much corruption and still be alive in the first place. Not that it makes it any better. Took you long enough, but my test of your abilities worked. You really are strong enough to survive all this dark chi without turning into a fiend. Don't give me that look. You're useless if you die just from exposure. Come on then and meet me back in the camp.
Yeah. That was such a waste of time. What are these shamans doing here? They're doing something with the stuff. So maybe our time wasn't as wasted. I guess usually you would have actually side quests here to go through. But they aren't there anymore, so...
I'm sorry Red Jaw made you come all the way back here. He can be rather rough, but he means well, I assure you. To business then. Red Jaw has a point. Giving you our soldiers and chief would put the region in peril from the demons here. So, we will help you, but you first help us. You must first suppress the dark powers that roam this Highland Necropolis. I'm glad you agree. Head to the blood scale post. Hammerjaw will brief you on our plans there.
It looks like we got new shields. And we got a movement speed buff, so let's use that really quick. And go over there while we're really fast. Spiders everywhere. Ooh. Yeah. That may be a little bit too realistic for me. Hello, I'm here. I didn't expect to see you again. Well, duh. I knew you would see reason, Redjaw. Oh, shut up. Very cute. Alright, first this one. Ta-da! Well done. Yep. Oh my goodness. That's a lot more, EXP. Fires a fall that fires up to 16 meters forward. Alright.
I've already heard everything from my scouts. Let's get straight to it. This entire place is riddled with demonic energy. It poisons the air. Even pests aren't spared its corruption. Spiders are bad enough, but all the dark chi has warped them into even more dangerous forms. Kill them. It's not a glorious mission, but it's a vital one. Now, get to work. I'm watching you.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's kill some spiders. Oops. I'm seeing another spider in here. Where's another spider? Well, that was quick. We're done. Oh, look at that. There's a little bed. Alright, Hamaja. I killed them. The spiders.
All right, don't get so smug with yourself. We're only just getting started. We've been working for years to rid the area of the demonic forces, but all we can do is hold them at bay. We need to see back in time to when Highland Central fell. Master warriors had a technique to project their minds into the past. Have you then? Consider yourself volunteered. I would do it myself, but I can't take my attention from this place for even a moment without it falling apart. The Snapjaw Seekers tell me they can't perform the technique freely. We need to reduce the levels of dark chi here to make a window of opportunity. Doyoung, the late general of the soul, clings to the world as a risen undead. If we can take him out, it will scatter his undead soldiers. Were it only that easy. We need to move fast. Doyoung haunts the fallen refuge. Meet me there.
And as I said, we're going back into the past. But first, we have to kill someone to actually do that. Oh, look at that. Even the Snapjaw warriors, unfortunately, have to die.
Was a friend of mine. He sacrificed himself to Shadows people. He was not evil like his henchmen, so don't think of him as just another foe. We don't have a choice. I hate to see my old friend like this.
Alright. Come on, let's kill your friend. Damn it. Is that Doyoung survive? Please something. Please Song Hoi. Oh, your spirit is trapped here too. Is it really you, Hammerjaw? It has been so long.
Don't be surprised. I bear you no ill will. My name is Lee Sung-hui. I've been lingering here these past 30 years. I won't move on, not without Doyoung. Indeed, in his mind, he's trapped reliving that terrible day over and over again. All the poor souls here are like that. No! Please, there's another way. I beg you to show mercy. This isn't his fault. Just weaken him, But do not destroy him. If you could bring him to his senses, even for a moment, he may hear me. I know we can save him. Thank you. Please do all you can to help my husband.
Everyone is here. Return to your ways, General. Don't. Snap out of it, worm. Ooh. Darling, please listen to me. And there he is. What, Lee? Is that you? And with that, we turn to him.
Where have the demons gone? It's coming to me. Oh gods, what have I become? What have I been doing all these years? I remember, I was poisoned by the evil energies that poured out of the palace, and Hammerjaw had to... Oh, my dear friend. I've been a prisoner of my own remorse all this time, but you all, my love, you saved me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Finally, my soldiers and I can leave this world. They've been trapped in this nightmare with me. Without you, we all would have been stuck forever. You cannot know how much it means to me to be reunited with my wife. Thank you.
With Doyon's spirit freed, the dark energy it was generating has vanished. We must take advantage of this short-lived peace to peer into the past. This all began 30 years ago, but without knowledge of how it all happened, we cannot cut off the source of the corruption. Chieftain Hammerjaw witnessed the fall of Highland Central and has informed us that there was a certain soldier under Doyon's command who would have learned what happened that day. That's right. While it will feel as if you were really there, you will simply be playing out actions that have already occurred. You must learn all you can. We may not have another chance to try this. If the demonic forces rise up again, there's no telling when we can quash them a second time. The day Highland Central fell to the demons was a violent one. Brace yourself for what you may see. Good. We will open the Dragon Pulse now. We must discover the source of the corruption.
Well, there were quite some errors in that cutscene.
Demons are coming! Move it!
And with that, we're back in the past, this time around 30 years. And we will be a soldier, basically, to figure out what actually happened here. And first thing you might notice, these flowers and the monsters look like something we already have seen.
Stop gawking. We need to get the citizens to safe Tell him we've been overrun. We can't hold this position. Hurry!
Alright, but before we do that... we're ready. Here the Do Young Brigade is still alive. You may also have noticed the music is different. They are Do Young and Lee Sung-hoi. She was a wife. Soldiers take anyone who has not been contaminated from the city. I want to stay with you, Mom. I don't want to go. Please, there's not much time. Get my son out of the city, now. Don't worry, my dear. I will be with you soon. Be good and wait for me. I don't suppose we will be getting any backup. No, unfortunately you do not. And they are infected with something that looks very much like our Black Rose. We know how she died.
Soldier, do you have word from the others? Good. At least some will survive. Not everyone has been so fortunate. These citizens fled here to avoid the Dark Chi, but the situation is bad. Nowhere in this city is safe. I'm afraid they're beyond saving now. We have to make sure that no contaminated people escape the city. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but it needs to be done. We have no choice.
So just these citizens are contaminated. Let them die with dignity, slay them before they become demons. No, I don't want to die. There has to be another way. General, please, I can't do this. We have no choice. Would you rather they suffer? What do you mean? De Young, I love you. I will wait for you on the other side. I'm sorry. I love you too. Harden your hearts, soldiers. Do what is necessary. Oh. I'm sorry. How was that? We unfortunately killed them. And he had to kill his own wife.
Thank you, soldier. I'm sorry you had to do that. There's no time to linger. We must do what we can to hold back the demons until help arrives. I'm going on ahead to the Highland gate. Follow as soon as you can.
That kind of doesn't quite work. We're in a serious situation here in that picture. Well, it's okay. Speak with Dorian at the Highland gate. Right. There they are. More infected citizens. Captain Chan. Gibong. Don't worry about it.
Soldier, that soulstone cutter, Gibong, has given us some troubling information. As you know, the Emperor's younger brother, Prince Sogun, lives in this city. That soulstone cutter was called by the prince to help with some ritual. Whatever it was, needed a vast amount of soulstones. He didn't know the details, but it's gone terribly wrong. It opened some kind of gateway that a flood of demons poured from. It seems both the prince and his sister, Princess Solan, may be at the heart of this mess. I don't know if they're responsible or not, but it's our duty to find them. They may still be alive and in need of help. You scout ahead to the ritual site. I'll join you as soon as I can. If you come across any corrupted people, be they soldier or civilian, show mercy and give them a swift death. I'll be there soon.
Yep, we can do that. There you can see the infected citizens and the fiendish Highlanders. This is so sad. But we have found the culprit. It is the royal family. It's always the royal family, right? Look who's there. Remember that wolf? It's the Lycan. And the Lycandi will go under here. Alright. Alright, that's one. You're doing a good job. Really. Let's see if we find more of them, because they are all here. The Royal Treasury. There's the general again.
There's some good news. The Snapjaw have come to our aid. They've summoned the 4 Guardians as well. If anyone can turn this around, it's them. We just need to hold out until they arrive. For now, we're on our own. Come on, we need to find the Royals.
This is I think the only time we actually would ever see the 4 Guardians alive at the same time. Which is another reason why I really like this particular section. Because you get to see a lot of characters that are in the now no longer alive. Oh. Hey, there he is.
too.
Yeah, me too.
I held the corruption back as long as I could, but the dark chi, it's too much.
I can't go any further. Go find the prince and princess.
They are staying here. Alright. It was a pleasure knowing you. And here is someone very interesting, namely Miss Yura. Looks like the gate opened just enough. You served your purpose, Prince. Ta-ta. What? Yura, come back. What's the meaning of this? And this is the Stratus Prince and Princess. Her being rather dead.
Why? I did everything Yura said for the divine mandate. Why is all this happening? My brother doesn't deserve the throne. It should be mine. This was supposed to prove it once and for all. Did Yura lie to me? After all I did, gathering soul stones, bringing my sister here? Shut up. Everything I've done is for this nation, for my rightful throne. Yura, come back, damn it! I'll kill you for this! Yura!
And this is brother. He basically tried to overthrow his brother, who is the current emperor, I believe.
Soben, why? I don't understand. I can't feel anything. It's dark.
Was that both of them died to do something called the divine mandate. And what exactly that is, we will learn at a later time. And unfortunately, Doyoung also had to die.
You damn idiots. Because of your kind's foolishness, I had to kill my friend. You, go to the Highland gate and find Sage Astra. He will be preparing a barrier to contain the demons in the city. Tell him not to wait any longer. Go. If you fail and make Doyoung's death meaningless, I'll end you myself.
Let's go back. Can we actually teleport there? No, we cannot. We actually have to run. Alright, let's run. Oh, Wolf and friend, still busy over there. Actually, the hole is already in there, now that I'm seeing that. Which is kind of interesting. And now we're back here again, where we are making our last stand. And there they are. Looks like there are still some left that are uncorrupted. And that's basically, I am the soldier, the last one alive, who could have tell them what's going on.
4 guardians are on their way. We must hold back the demons until they arrive. Do not lose hope. Alright, but it will take some time to complete. Hold off the demons as long as you can.
There's another guardian. As you can see, now they are all basically alive. It's really the only time you ever see all these very old beings in one place. We have a wolf, we have Luffy. We actually got from literally everyone their life energy. So in that sense, I kind of live on, especially in King Baiji's case.
Guardians arrived just in time. That helped turn the tide of them. Be on your best behavior, soldier. The 4 guardians are the most powerful warriors in the world. Show your respect.
And here they are. Mushin, our master, Jivan, and Ixonon. The Realm Walker, the Righteous Blade, the Divine Fist.
We will handle this battle from here on out.
Master Honk, the battle is surely won. I'm not supposed to say that.
Safe to be seen. Now, hurry to safety with the others. You must survive. Hey, G1. You look pensive again. What's wrong?
It's really no wonder. The Dark Chi spreads, and the Dark Lord's grip is relentless. This fight has no end in sight. My apologies for being so late. The three of you have been bearing a heavy burden.
Don't mention it, Mushin. It was your sacrifice that helped seal the Dark Lord away, after all. We're just glad you're back safe and sound. It's damn good to have you back, you know.
No, please. You're too kind.
Eh? Huh. Aw, poor thing. It's too late. The Dark Chi will consume her. Shouldn't we just put her out of her misery before she becomes a fiend? Hey, G1, what are you thinking? That's not going to help with the Dark Chi. Are you planning to...
Are you all right, little one?
Good. What is your name?
Well, the animation is still a little bit awkward when she picked up Jinsu-yan, but it's still, that's back in the present day. We have learned many things. For one, Ji-san saved Jinsu-yan, and she was covered in black chi, so she was actually not supposed to survive. And another thing which is interesting, that Ji-san has the sword that Master Hong was protecting, and that Jinsu-yan stole. Oh, well, she killed him for the sword. And the other thing that was interesting, that Mushin actually sacrificed himself before that night, or that time, to seal the Dark Lord. But he returned. Curious, isn't it?
Did you happen to learn anything? Are you crying? What's wrong? I'm sorry, young one. I should have realized how hard it would be on you now that Hong is gone. You are a loyal pupil. But we must get to the matter at hand. Did you learn anything about what caused the fall of Highland Central?
Yes, the Divine Mandate Ritual.
The Divine Mandate Ritual? This has happened before in ages past, but the details have never been widely known. The Emperor's family has always jealously guarded their secrets. Redjaw is looking for more information. With the demonic presence diminished, he was able to get into the palace archives. He may have something useful for us. Go to him at the soul.
Alright. And thankfully we can teleport there and see if he has something interesting for us as well.
About time you showed up. I thought I was going to die of old age waiting for you, and I'm immortal! Our scouts told me what you reported to Ashjaw. We Snapjaw are the strongest creatures in the world, you know. But enough of it. I was digging through the palace archives in hopes of finding something useful, but I've hit a roadblock. There should be some ancient documents explaining how the Divine Mandate is supposed to work, passed down by the Emperor's line. It's called the Book of Creation. Problem is, the book is incomplete. Pages are missing. When the dark energies overwhelmed the city, it had some pretty crazy effects on everything. Dokebi, for example. While fiends possess the bodies of living creatures, lesser demons possess simple objects, turning them into Dokebi. No doubt the missing pages have become monsters and are wandering the treasury. Go find those Dokebi.
Alright. Now we are going back into the treasury, where the prince and princess of the Stratus Empire died. Maybe they are still haunting this place. No.
A dynamic quest has begun.
We need to find us a paper one. Oh wow, these are very large. There we are.
You have acquired a new quest item.
The book is translated from ancient Naryu language, filled with scribbled notes from various authors. It looks like it has passed through many hands over the years. It summarizes the Divine Mandate, a ritual used to vindicate the Emperor's divine right to rule. Prince Sogun must have been trying to use it to proclaim himself Emperor. The ritual requires soul stones, the blood of a divine being, a dimensional anchor, and some kind of human vessel. The ritual is supposed to call upon the heavens, channeling their will through the vessel to proclaim the rightful ruler. But without a dimensional anchor to focus the ritual, it could easily go awry. The book warns that the Divine Mandate is not to be used lightly. Without all the correct preparations, attempting to harness so much cosmic energy would surely lead to disaster.
Well, into disaster it led, I would think. Alright. I guess I can try to kill him while I'm here. I think there was something going on here, but I can't remember what. There you are, dead. Alright. Let's go back.
actually explains quite a lot of what's happened, and what's to come. You can't see the big picture, huh? Not surprising. Long story short, Prince Sogan tried to perform this ritual 30 years ago, but didn't have everything to make it work right. The original Emperor successfully performed the Divine Mandate over 1,000 years ago. As such, his family line all has divine blood, and the Princess Solon was sacrificed by her brother. Prince Sogan had plenty of soul stones too, but I'm guessing he didn't have a vessel. The Twilight's Edge is the dimensional anchor, and he obviously didn't have that either. Jin Sayun's lackey? I get the feeling she's got more to do with this than we realized. She must have been the one to feed into Sogan's lust for power, and help drive him to attempt the ritual. Without all the proper components to focus the ritual's power, the demons of the Dark Realm latched onto the connection and used it to open a dark gate, a path between this world and the Dark Realm. Normally, a vessel would be possessed by divine energy, but with the path linked to the Dark Realm instead, the vessel would become the host for the Dark Lord, which would essentially mean the end of the world. Too big of an oversight to be a mistake, if you ask me. Was Yurin not trying to summon the Dark Lord? Somehow I think what happened in Highland Central was just part of some bigger scheme. I don't like this at all. Go find Ixanin and let him know what we've learned.
Alright. Use the Dragon Pulse and speak with Ixalan inside the sealed palace. Alright, I think this is actually a good time to make a quick break before we go into the palace, since we are back into the present. I will take a break here and we'll be right back.